Hello guys, welcome back to another Zero AD gameplay commentary, and today we will be looking at a game between Elvin Jones playing as the Blue Romans and Solo Oyo playing as, my favorite faction for my favorite play. No. Okay, just Solo Oyo with his plain old Iberian faction playing as the Reds on a Conquest map. Conquer your opponent map on a square map called Howe. I'm sorry, I actually forgot how to pronounce this map, which is actually based on history. Something that I also didn't. Okay, let's just discuss it. Now, this map is filled with water, just like a typical description of the real geographical historical Howe Sound, and we can see here that there's actually only one land choke point. So if you're going to plan to attack, this is your only path, unless you are going to build a dock somewhere in here. That means your lines of attack is actually much more open. And so let's see how these two fare out in their beginning setups. So we have Solo Oyo going for 5 women on the fields without using the wicker baskets upgrade, while having 7. I think. Most of the other people going on the wood cutting with the iron axe upgrades, and maybe one of the reasons that Solo Oyo is keeping his food gathering to a minimum is because he has some meat hunters. Now, let's look at Elvin Jones's strategy. Using 13 fruit gatherers, and it can only actually hold 8. So this is kind of overburdening the very patches, while having 6, 9, 11. Sorry, I'm very weak at math. 11 wood gatherers, and where are your food or meat hunters? You have actually none. And he's using, instead of a farmstead, he uses his population, quality over quantity strategy, getting your people up as fast as you can, and without even taking consideration of how to place your farms near to the civic center as a classic Age of Empires strategy. Okay, so we have 20 available space. How much does he have? 40, 32, while Solo Oyo has kind of close. One house down. Well, not actually one house down, because Solo Oyo can actually, he has no houses. Where does he get that population? Have some idle workers going for the farm fields. Also Elvin Jones is also going for the fields. An early barracks inside this. So here's the house. Now, this is, I'm getting embarrassed right here. I couldn't see the houses the first time around because of this well-placed Iberian walls. So Oyo, I think, has actually mastered how to arrange his own buildings within his town walls. Even the placement of the barracks, it's inside the walls, very parallel to particular. But sooner or later you have to get out of those walls for the sake of the resources, and you have to plan which way you're going to have them. And of course, behind the base is actually best. We have Elvin Jones going out, far out, building. How many fields are here? 3 built, 1 being built, and a very fast barracks on the way. Now, who's going to be going out to town phase first? Looks like Elvin Jones is kind of going ahead of it. Maybe not. Solo Oyo is already ahead in food income, mainly because of those hunters. He has the advantage. Well, now they're idle, so maybe that advantage might go away any minute now, considering that, well, Elvin Jones isn't hunting for anything, and where is his horseman anyway? Shall we look for him? I don't think so. Does he have has a scout? Nothing either. Oh, I guess he plays it inside instead of making him hunt. This is kind of a... I consider this as a strategical blunder. Strategical beginner's blunder. Maybe you can consider it something of a... maybe a lazy man's strategy. If you're not going to use it for hunting or scouting, too lazy to do that, bring him inside. Just to keep no idle workers in it. And what are these things doing? No, this is more of a disadvantage in solo OA's part, as you can see, because yeah, although the food sources have run out, well, at least they're on the move now. Either they're going to attack on the enemy player's base or going for more hunting. But looks to me that this is more a call to attack, and we'll have to take care or watch these guys later on, because the rushing is actually not that ideal, especially that you have to walk through the corner, and Elvin Jones might have actually prepared a decent amount of defense, but by the looks of things, Elvin Jones is more population oriented, building up your defenders. Yeah, at least there are more men than women here to prepare work. But how about the anti-cavalry units? Nope. More of skirmisher people. And Solo Oyo has... what kind of swordsmen are these? Skirmishers as well. Well, I guess we'll just have to see how they play out. But for now, I guess Solo Oyo is going to come to town phase first, way before Elvin Jones will ever be, because he's more Elvin Jones is more concerned with populating himself by using houses, wood, and population himself, houses, wood, and it's going to be okay. So here we have our first engagement of the game, going all out for skirmisher on her horses versus skirmishers on foot, and of course the defensive player has a slight advantage because more backups will come faster, and horsemen are not running, not using their speed advantages just to hunt for women. Okay, so this is kind of how much are we taking down now? Maybe not that much, but we'll just have to see. 55 versus Elvin Jones' 56, almost equal, and Solo Oyo has reached town phase first. How about Elvin Jones? Is he even close to there? No, he's planning to stay on town phase first, and with his wood gathering strategy still gone. Of course, since you have a steady-ish food income, you can populate almost as much as you want, especially that this is a very wood oriented map, although it's very icy. Okay, so how is this guy's base now? We have some destructive buildings and some defensive structures here, preparing for some sort of... this is kind of a lame defense if you ask me. 5 or 10 cavalry can actually take down these houses, no problem. But this might be more of a warning shot device than it's supposed to be. Okay, mark it on the front of the base, and you don't even look like you're going to plant. What's the most ideal place for a civic center to be? Maybe on the chokepoint. Still no one seems to be going for the water, and this game is okay. As a side note, this game is 48, just nearly 50 minutes long, but since it's going at a 1.25 speed, which both players actually set it upon, let's just go with that. 20 minutes, or yeah, 20 minutes. I'll just stop at 20 minutes and let's continue on from there. Okay. Nice strategy. So, if you're following Alex's channel, this is a typical strategy of assigning your metal and stone gatherers. Use one type of soldier to gather stone. In this case, he's using skirmishers to gather stone, and he's using the spear. What? Skirmishers also? You sure? But there's okay. Swordsman for the metal, so that when you're going to use them both for war, at least you know what type of unit to select and then make them gather, so as to not waste their carried, what do you call them, resources, and it's kind of be more convenient. One type for one resource, and one type maybe for the wood gatherers. The wood gatherers are kind of one of the most difficult to assign. Oh, I thought that there was another top builder right there. How many fields are we have? 7. The most ideal is 9. More if you really need to. Seems like he's planning to have 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. The ideal number is being reached. And did he just reach? Yes, he did. I don't know when. But everybody's trying to. Okay, so rebuilding those fields now. Solo is gaining those fields now, but he seems to be rushing up to city phase, which is actually a good strategy as an Iberian player. But on Rome, I'm not sure if city phase is actually your most ideal phase at this moment. I'm guessing that because you are more of a rush oriented civ, I think the Roman cavalry rush is the most ideal for you as a Rome Elvin Jones. But who is going to call out the strategies? You are. Temple of Vesta, frontline temple, and a frontline barracks. For what purpose? Who knows? Maybe to extend even more for Worldwood. Maybe he's going to base crawl up to Solooyo's base or something. Well, Solooyo now a frontline barracks, or maybe 2 barracks and then what? There's already another one. 2 inside barracks. Okay, so at least you can train 2 slingers at the same time. No, he just used 1 barracks. Maybe this is what he has done. 1 barracks to waypoint right here or on a resource, another barracks waypoint here, and another barracks waypoint there. Maybe that's the strategy. Guess we'll just have to see. And we have our first signs of a dock being built by Solooyo. How it will play out, we just have to know. It depends if Elvin Jones decides to. Oh, bartering wood for food. What are you accomplishing? I don't know. I guess you just have too much wood or something. I sometimes do that. When I have too much wood or food, I just trade them for another resource. Just to balance things out. Oh, we have some army being gathered here. Cavalry? This time near, or I mean, ranged and melee cavalry. A little bit of mixing up right here. While populating himself again. And with only 1 building more, 1 town phase structures more, and he'll be oh, now we have a little bit of a revenge attack by Elvin Jones and his almighty cavalry going at it. But what is Solooyo doing? He seems to be taking majority of his attacking force on this side, assign a boat, all just in time maybe for Elvin Jones to attack, and the timing of attack is going to be crucial here. What's going to be Solooyo's call? Will his boat run far? Will he be garrisoned? Oh no. No. The attack might be getting early when it comes to timing. But he doesn't even know. He doesn't know that it, and Solo Oyo doesn't know too. And yes, a very good timing there. Elvin Jones, it's a very timely attack. You're forcing Solo Oyo to at least, yeah, get his army back right here and forget about attacking first. But at least Solo Oyo's advantage, he doesn't know about this stock yet. So it's going to, yeah, it's going to play a little bit on Solo Oyo's advantage just as long as he can finish off this attacking force right here before he manages his own. And as the war raging is on here, nobody cares. Going to fall. Who's going to fall? The attackers are going to fall. I think. Yeah, they're going to fall. Whether they run away or not, it's up to him. And he's going to get routed. Okay. Back to Elvin Jones's base. Still up with those wood gathering strategies. Oh, he's now going for, all of them are skirmishers. Yeah, all are Roman skirmishers heading up to city face, I guess. You're getting closer, getting warmer, and the chase continues. So you do not need those bolts, do you? Solo Oyo. Or maybe you do. You're just placing them wrongly or something. Nope. So while Solo Oyo is using war units to chase down Elvin Jones's units right here, he's going to plan a pincer maneuver, I think. Or not. The boats are... Does it? It doesn't even have anything. It's just a plain old warship. Empty warship. Okay, so here we have some... What's this? This move seems to be a plan to build a civic center somewhere. But where? Maybe it does, but we just don't know. You don't usually send women unless you're trying to build it with a civic center or something, right? But they're getting chased down badly. This is bad news for you, Elvin Jones. This is the majority of your economic units, and they are going down the drain without mercy. So he's trying to outrun everything and going to chase down free loot for everyone. What? Okay, it's down and out. And oh yeah, as a good feature, I didn't actually notice this before, but a player's color units, this is actually good, so you will know who has the advantage and what. Just select them all, and at least you know who's currently losing when it comes to numbers if you cannot see this one. Okay, so by the looks of things, red has an advantage in numbers. Yep, however slight, still an advantage because of the numbers. 16 over 9, 16 over 8, and here comes backup. And they're the ones getting routed? No, I don't think so, man. Okay, there we go. And no, I think the boat got spotted earlier. Let's look at. Nope, but I think it will be. Yeah. Or this may be. Yeah. Now Elvin Jones knows that Solo Oyo has a dock somewhere. It's no longer a surprise that he can actually maneuver through the waters. The shallow waters that even whales can actually move on. Okay. So I guess this is going to be a good place to stop, pause the game, and see you guys in the next video.